Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to From the Depths with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to the adventure mode where today we're going to continue upgrading our craft we stole in the previous video, the Humble Paladin. In today's video though, there is a lot I want to get done. After reading a lot of comments, I've decided we're going to go away from the whole water skimmer idea, and still keep it as a hydrofoil, but keep it a little bit more submerged. Would this still count as a hydrofoil? I'm not 100% sure, but either way, the idea is we are going to be a little bit more in the water like we are right now, which will make us a lot more stable. Also, that is a tiny, tiny little craft, I see. Why is there such a tiny craft? I am very confused as why that is the current enemy. I'm actually going to be ignoring it because that's not even worth the resources of shooting it. So I found out why there's such a small enemy. Off camera, I actually went through a series of portals towards the west to try and make the water a bit less choppy, and I actually went down a difficulty level. Now we're back to where we were, so expect the same ships we were fighting before, although I do want to go a little bit more difficult fairly soon. So then, why exactly do I want to stop being above the water? It's mostly because of stability, but also I think ultimately it will look far cooler, and it will prevent me from accidentally making a flying ship. If we're constantly above the water, constantly bouncing like that, it takes just like one command and then suddenly the craft is flying again. We have done that so many times, I want to avoid it. So, what I would like, in the ultimate version of this, I do want to build off to the side a lot more, make it a lot more stable. This will look a bit funny since I'm essentially adding pontoons to a battleship, but I think they'll make it way more stable and way easier to build. Then I'll have hydrofoils a little bit under the water, but this will slow me down considerably. Believe it or not, it goes without saying, but water resistance is far more slowing than air resistance. So, wow, the water just changed very, very aggressively there. I'm trying to make it less choppy. Why is it making it worse? You know what, let's just go through that red portal over there. The weather is worse towards the east portals and better towards the west, although the game seems to hate me right now. So once we're that stable, we're essentially going to be a complete anti-ship ship. We are not going to go after enemy aircraft at all, though we will have the capability of fighting them. And also reading comments, I've decided to not put the particle cannon up here, which is my original plan, but instead, we're going to have it here. So we're going to have two sets of rams either side of it, but then the main particle cannon will be built into the hull itself down here, which means we're going to be hitting the enemy below their deck, which is going to really hurt them. The waters are still terrible, and I'm under attack from two rather large ships. Well, at least there's one large ship, and apparently there's also a small flyer. You may notice I'm building a kind of scaffolding with spinny things on the front, because I decided I like spinny things, and what I'm going to do is build them up like this. So this spin block is actually anchored here, the next one is going to be anchored one inwards and about here, and I think this will make a really cool looking effect as we mow down everything. That's a tiny little enemy. I swear we are on difficulty 40 right now, which is the highest we've been. What? Why? Sometimes I get very confused about what enemies are facing us. I mean, I really shouldn't shoot it. I feel better now. Can we please get out of the terrible water already? It's like the one thing hydrofoils do really badly, even when they're extremely stable. I've seen some of the designs in the campaign not do great. Oh, I can once again control water. I mean, that's pretty cool. Still under attack from a few things, but there we go. Would it be better going this way or the opposite way? The spin blocks will affect us in terms of making us move, but not that much, so it doesn't really matter too much in that way. It's more just when we hit the enemy, if it's going like this, it's going to push us down. Right? Yes, it'll hit us and push the enemy up, pushing us down. Or should I do the opposite? If we do the opposite, then I really want rams underneath us, since we're probably going to climb over the enemy as we shred them to bits. Still, though, that's starting to look really cool. I've only put a few minutes into it, which is really nice. Gonna have these go all the way out to about here. Maybe not, because I do want these to be on the forefront. They will spin faster as well when we get there. Right now I'm still just building stuff, so it's nice to see how they're rotating. Well, slightly smoother water, which is nice. We do need to find some enemies though soon, because we are running out of resources already. Heavy armor is expensive, and I want it everywhere on the front. we have an enemy. Now this, I think... Okay, I've actually forgot the name of it. I have captured this before in a previous season. I think it's called the Excalibur or something like that. Let's let the guns do some damage on the way. Which way is it going? Okay, it's going this way. Let's try and head it off. Full speed. Oh yeah, we really do need better engines now. If I recall, this isn't really the strongest of craft, so it's perfect for testing our spin blocks on, which are going very slow. I would like to see if we can do enough damage with them spinning so slowly, because I just really like how they look. Obviously faster would be better, but this is prettier. Ooh. You have big missiles, apparently. Okay, about to make contact. And hello there, good sir. Oh, that's a lot of damage already adding up. Not the perfect angle. We don't really have many spikes on the side, though. Yeah, we've kind of just got stuck into them, haven't we? Yeah, that could have gone better. Like this. Hello again. We're gently soaring into your flesh. Ignore us, we're fine. And you're not, but we are. Oh, we are going straight through them. Okay, something exploded and we got bounced really far back there. Look at that! Oh, AI dead! Did it work? Did we capture it? Oh my god, we captured it by mistake. Okay, can we just pause for a second? I need to see this. Look at what we did! Oh my god, we almost perfectly split it into two. This is the only bit holding on. Spin blocks work, good to know. One of the spin blocks got destroyed in the process, but we just got 318,000 resources. Okay, so it's actually called the Valiant. Why did I keep on thinking that was... You know what? Sure. Are there any enemies nearby? Okay, that'll be cheating if I start looking around like that, but okay. Stop, please. I'm gonna bugging through everything myself here. Stop, we're gonna hurt ourselves. It's already ours, it's already dead. Oh my god. Okay, we'll just get out of here. Miscellaneous. Docking station, please. Pop that there. You, selection, Valiant, apply. Just floating above us. Yes, this is normal. Okay, stop firing. Let's continue west and let's find ourselves another red portal. Let's go up another difficulty. Why not? Because we're definitely gonna have enough resources now to make ourselves a particle cannon and make ourselves a proper engine. I'll scrap you when we get there, Valiant. Okay, you just stay there. Ah, my. Look at that, it's straight through. Well, I can't really see where I'm going. Is there any portals nearby? There's one over there, but I'd like to go a bit more west. Okay, good. Let's go through that portal, then we'll then we'll consider how we're gonna deal with this. Okay, now we're through the portal. Oh, Valiant, my Valiant, please be destroyed. Oh, that is cool. Oh, that is... Whoa, that's cool to watch. Although, we did just leave the resources behind us. A bit too focused there on the fact it looked pretty awesome. Okay, let's just go back, shall we? Okay, now we have the resources. It's time to get to work to add our particle cannons. So, there are multiple things we can do here. We could have just loads of short-range lenses. Just have an entire row of them going all the way down here. Like that or something, because I think it would look awesome. And it'd actually be very easy to build. We could just literally just build a line of it all the way through the craft. It'd be super easy to defend, and honestly wouldn't be difficult to move stuff out of the way, except for the cannons. Or we could have some of the scatter lenses, or even the long-range lenses would be quite powerful here, and would be a lot more versatile. But we are all about short range, and having all of these set to impact would be phenomenal. Just one horrible shotgun effect here of just all of these firing at once, tearing sections of enemy craft apart, would be cool. But it would also be cool just to have them all condensed into one. Which you could do, just a small one as well, honestly, but I would like to see what this would be like. Maybe we'll go with this. Okay, so this is all hollowed out now, including a lot of the armor, so right now I really don't want to get into a fight at all. That would be the room we have to make one cannon. That's actually a lot of room, because the cannons are very expensive, and, well, they're going to be very expensive on our energy. So let's see how one cannon fares. We are going to stick with the short-range particle cannon. The reason is, of course, we want it to be short-range, it's going to be more fun, but also the short-range just does more damage. The damage modifier is times 1.2, it just loses more damage over distance, whereas the long-range lens only does times 0.8, so obviously a huge difference between these two, but loses far less damage. If we're point blank, it doesn't really matter about losing damage over range, and in fact, we can even make it more extreme. Yeah, by losing some of the focus. It's going to be very, very inaccurate, but it's going to be overclocked, and well, it's going to do lots of damage. If it hits the right place, it might be able to just remove entire chunks of armor per shot. Okay, I don't want it that far back, since I don't want to keep it armored as well. We'll see how much damage it does when it's finished. We also need to make it so it can't fire outside of this little area, otherwise we'll end up destroying our own armor, which obviously we don't particularly want. Maybe that's about as high as I want it in the water. Essentially just a meter under the water itself as a bit of stability. What happens if we put it to full? It's probably going to be slower than it used to be because we've added loads of weight to this thing. Oh, but look how stable that is! Yep, that's it. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, we can only go to 80 meters, so it's still taking off 20. Well, again, it is heavier than before, but still. The particle cannon has now been installed. It will take 6 million energy per shot. It's on a 30-second cooldown, so basically you get one shot per attack. The idea is, hopefully, it will be a lethal blow. We are now pretty much out of resources again, though, so next up is adding the sides to this thing. Then I want custom jets. I want a new type of engine. There's a lot we still want to add. And max speed still drains our power, since I've not really added all that many more RTGs. I do need to stop adding more RTGs. They're efficient in terms of not using resource, but they're not efficient in terms of space and upfront cost. Now, where is an enemy? I want to test out a new weapon. Oh, nope, no one loaded. Well, we're a bit bouncy on the waves, but yeah, more stable than we were before. It's going to slow us down a lot. This is why we want good weather. This craft does not do well in poor weather. Though, does it do badly? Okay, before we were going 80, now we're on... But yeah, it definitely slows us down a lot because it keeps on catching our jets. Our jets are too low down. Keep getting caught by the waves. Need to go back to either rotor blades or have some custom jets much higher up. Once I have the sides installed and everything else, so we can have more armoured space above, I will be moving everything upwards. Of course, originally, these jets were placed with the idea of us eventually becoming an aircraft. So they're not really placed with waves in mind. An enemy has appeared. What even is that? There's a quick little thing, which may be a bit of a problem for us trying to aim our weapon, but still. It's not particularly big. Ooh, it's a ramming vehicle. Lovely. In that case, I don't have to aim it. They'll aim for us. Wait until the very last second. Three, two. Ooh, bad, bad, bad. 3, 2, 1 now! 817,000 damage. Sorry, 814,000 damage. In fact, if I look at things, we killed it with that one shot. It was low health before we even reached it. Now, we should have actually done more damage than that, so we probably just hit something which wasn't fully connected to something else. 36k. Well done, Oathbreaker. Well, which, by the way, I think is what I'm going to call this craft. Now, that wasn't the most exciting example of the weapon, but it certainly worked. Let's see if we can find something bigger with just a bigger hull to hit. Yeah, what I feel like happened there, judging by how it fell apart, is we may have hit a gun. So all that damage was done to that sub-object, and it wasn't transferred elsewhere. At least I think that's what has happened. Did I break this at some point? I know I broke the mimics at the back at some point. Look, they're all floating. And now if people hadn't already noticed that, they now are noticing it, and are probably annoyed. Look, floaty mimics. Whee! Can the weather please get better? I don't want to go through a green portal. Actually, there's a red portal over there we could go to. I don't particularly want to go to strength 55. I'm at 50 right now. And I'm stuck. That's good. I still have some more space. I could extend the weapon, but I've decided to keep it as it is. This is just going to be the first of our close-range particle cannons. I am going to add more of them. So this will be the main one, but then I will be adding smaller ones perhaps on the side here, perhaps replacing these cannons, because that's what I want to do. I love the idea of just this one-shot, just devastate a hit. And this isn't quite getting there. It is so close. I mean, the amount of damage that this did then was insane and literally killed the thing because it simply sunk afterwards. But I want it to be able to just rip through the entire craft. That might not be possible, but that's what I want. Though I do think I might need to start replacing these cannons soon. They're just not doing enough. They are, after all, from an easy design. One of the best easy designs I've ever seen in terms of sheer looks and just functionality while keeping that design. Oh yeah, I need to remove the Scarlet Crusade, what? That's a World of Warcraft. The Steel Strider stuff from here. Probably some Korn logos and such. In fact, I'm tempted to make this thing blue instead, a bit more Zinchian. Rather than... Is that an enemy? Or is it a cloud? It's a very scary looking cloud, apparently. How is it still so bad in terms of weather? Come on, give me some flat water. Well, we're not going as fast as we were before, but just look at how stable that is. It's just so much more fun to use. Slow down a little bit anyway, just to start getting power back. Where's an enemy? Come on, one last target for us to test out the particle cannon. I want a beefy enemy, something like the crossbones. Though the crossbones appear at difficulty 45, I really don't know. And it vanishes. So it did enough damage to quite literally destroy every single block it was made of. What a weird little not quite functional enemy. Okay, that's the enemy I was running away from earlier because it's just a really high up flyer and it can't really chase us. Okay, can we please fight one chunky boy enemy where he can really use our weapon? At last, there is an enemy in sight. By the looks of things, it's throwing a lot of torps at us. Not sure what else it's doing, though. Small advanced cannon. Not sure what it is, though, at this range. That could be Twin Guard, could be Steel Striders. I honestly don't know what that is. I would say Steel Striders now I'm looking at it a bit closer. Oh, those torps are definitely trying to get ahead of us. Oh, and they're quick as well. They're very quick. Please get away from our main gun. All I want to do is test out my weapon. Is that so wrong? Ideally, we hit it from the sides. If we can perhaps just AI-dead it in one shot, that would be glorious. Though, if it is Steel Striders at this difficulty, there's a good chance it's got one of the ring shield generators, so its armor's going to be a lot higher than it may seem. Firing away. Oh, look at that! Low health, yep, we pretty much killed it in one shot. All of that damage. Oh my god, we did that in one shot. Yeah, I like this gun. Half of the enemy just vanished. Oh, lagging very badly right now, though, as we see this thing die and constantly hit everything. Okay, stay nearby so we can collect the resources from the kill. That was glorious. Well, I didn't quite get as much as I'd hoped from it, but I was looking back at that footage then just because I really liked what just happened. Yeah, it's an aircraft. I'm going to go away from that. And by the looks of things, it definitely did have the ring shield generator, just like we do. Our craft has that as well, which is increasing the armor value of most of our blocks by 5. Which isn't... It doesn't sound like much, but considering regular armor has 40, it's still a nice increase. Takes a lot of engine power, though. Actually, what is that? It doesn't seem particularly scary. The problem is I have pretty much run out of time anyway, and I do want to up the difficulty, so we're going to just make for the next red portal. We're going to go into difficulty 50, and that is where we're going to stay for the next video. 55. So with that, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, then of course, likes, favorites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that From the Depths is a series you wish to see continued in the future. In the next episode, we're going to continue to see just how strong we can make this weapon. We're going to make our craft a little bit more agile and a bit more suited for its close quarters combat. And we're just going to have a load more fun because, my god, today was so satisfying with that final fight. Ow. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye. We're definitely going to make it. We're only losing bits of outer armor here. Thank you and goodbye.